Why smart people often struggle to communicate. In this video, we're going to be talking about 3 reasons why smart, intelligent people, such as yourselves, may actually struggle to communicate because of their intelligence. The first point is overthinking. Many a time when you are a very sort of intelligent person, a very astute person, you want to plan ahead, really think of all the possibilities, and spend too much time in the theoretical side. And that inhibits and hinders your communication. Sometimes you just need to get to the point and practice. Go ahead and speak. Too much time thinking about what if they say this, or what have I thought about, what about this? Then you're spending all this time thinking and less time doing what you need to be, which is practicing. You see, in a presentation, many a time, dare I say all the time, it's less about what you say and more about how you say it. You see, there can be a presentation or a pitch or even a general conversation where you're talking about a lot of different topics, maybe advanced topics. But if you're mumbling, muttering, or even you haven't structured your point, introduction, conclusion, point number one, two, three, something as simple as that, people can be lost, they can be bogged down by your content, even though there's a lot of evidence, a lot of analysis, a lot of data, because you haven't structured it in a concise way and you haven't practiced, you haven't rehearsed, you haven't recorded yourself and looked back to see what needs improving. Because of that, your pitch, presentation, or conversation is hindered and the quality is inhibited. So, point number one, don't overthink. Spend a reasonable amount of time planning, preparing, researching, but then most of the time should be in practice. Which follows on to point number two. They focus too much on perfectionism. Being a perfectionist, trying to make every single thing perfect, it kills your time, it kills your energy, and it has a very low return on investment. Essentially, the juice is not worth the squeeze. Now, that doesn't mean you want to improve your presentation. Like we said, you record yourself, you look back, focus on the key things that need to be improved. The 20% that will cause 80% of the results, as opposed to the 80% which will cause the 20% of the results. Small bits and bobs which will take a large amount of time but will have a low return on investment. It's not worth your time. Don't focus on these tiny issues. So for instance, I'm here recording. Maybe I'm thinking I need this particular camera or this perfect location or this perfect lighting. All these things which maybe I'm already 8 out of 10. But I want to make sure I get the 9 and the 10 out of 10. So I spend money here, spend time here, and at the end of the day, I don't record the video. I don't spend time practicing, which is really what gains the most fruits, the most benefits in your communication. So don't be a perfectionist. Want to improve, but focus on the foundational and the core things which have the greatest return on investment. Finally, point number three, a common thing which intelligent people do, which hinders their communication, is they don't simplify things. You want to make sure things are simple, especially if your topic is something which is complicated, something which is complex, something which is maybe of a high level and maybe your audience may struggle with. Imagine you're teaching something in advanced science, rocket science, advanced astrophysics. You want to be able to match your topic to the audience. Now, if I'm doing a TED talk, most of my audience hasn't even got a university level In fact, maybe not even a high school or secondary school level of physics. And if they did, they wouldn't remember it. So you want to make sure it's simple, it's easy. One helpful exercise is to imagine you're speaking with a 10-year-old. You see, if you're speaking with a 10-year-old, you're going to break down the subject into easy, understandable concepts. It's going to be broken down into simple chunks. And so the vast majority of the time at work, in the corporate setting, in our professional conversations and situations and contexts, you're not going to be speaking to a 10-year-old. But if you aim to do, then you're ensuring everyone in your audience can understand what you're talking about. It's clear, there's clarity, it's easy to break down and understand because you may be the subject matter expert, but they won't be. Not all the audience is from your team, from your speciality, from your expertise. Many people may be from a complete opposite area, which is completely irrelevant to your topic, but they're involved in the meeting. You want to make sure everyone in the room can understand. So, point number 3, speak clearly, break it down so even a 10-year-old can understand.